Blessings everyone, this is Chris Kendall from therawadvantage.com, registered holistic nutritionist, raw food lifestyle coach, and raw chef. Today I want to share with you my top 3 tips to reduce your food budget for greens and veggies. Let's get into it.
Baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Hey.
Alright, so we all know that greens and our vegetables are an important part of a well-balanced raw food lifestyle. If you didn't, well, here's your notice. It definitely is super important and helpful. I recommend it for long-term success. But a lot of times people find that greens are either not their favorite, or they're really expensive, or they heard the dangers of oxalates and all these other things. Well, I hope that these tips really help you out. So let's get into it. My number 1 tip is to reduce the cost per gram or pound of the greens you buy. So one of my absolute favorites of all time is Napa cabbage, also known as Chinese cabbage. It's incredibly nutrient dense per calorie, but it's super cheap per pound compared to anything else. Often like 8 times cheaper. I usually find it for like $1 to $1.50 per pound. Super amazing, super versatile. It acts more like a green than a veggie or a cabbage. It's really light, amazing flavor, and again, super good nutrient density, high in protein. But I like to chop it in half and then chop it into noodles, and I use it in all kinds of noodle dishes and curries and stews and a whole bunch more. I absolutely love it. It's one of my staple greens out there. Otherwise, bok choy and romaine and iceberg. Just going for them when they're on sale and better deals. That will help you reduce your bill a lot. Tip number 2 is to utilize some heavier kind of veggies like cabbage, actual green cabbage, red cabbage. This is a flat green cabbage, which is a little bit more tender, and it's super delicious. And again, really inexpensive per pound compared to a lot of other greens. A big tip that I like to use for these is to chop them into thin noodles and then put them into Ziploc or plastic freezer bags and freeze them in portion-sized amounts that I can just bring out and thaw out, and then they're like cooked cabbage noodles in many dishes, often accompanied with those Napa cabbage noodles. For me, I absolutely love it. If you haven't seen my other video on how to make raw food taste and feel cooked, you can check that out up there. It goes deeper into this and my other favorite techniques. Tip number 3 is get sprouting, y'all. We got a whole bunch of mung bean sprouts here, one of my all-time favorite. I also love the lentil sprouts. With almost 20 years on a raw food diet, I've had over a decade with almost no sprouting at all, and then periods where I've sprouted a lot. Before I got into raw food, I used to sprout all the time, and more recently, I've been sprouting a lot again, and I really love it. And it's definitely one of the best ways to reduce kitchen costs, veggie costs. You know, these mung beans aren't really a true bean. They digest incredibly well. Lentil sprouts are an amazing addition to the diet and super inexpensive per serving, really rich in calories and protein, amino acids. They're delicious, they're nutritious, they're super inexpensive, super fun, super easy and fast. Oh, I'm dripping all over the floor, but that's fine. I use this handy dandy sprout lid, which you can get the link for below if you want to get the same ones as me. There's a bunch of different ones out there, but it's super easy. Like, soak them overnight and then rinse them twice a day and just make sure they're in a place that they can drain. I like these because they could sit like this. Other people like them on dish racks, but any way you cut it, these are amazing ways to reduce your budget when we're talking about getting in greens and veggies. I hope you guys like these 3 tips, that they help you reduce your food budget and enjoy more veggies. I absolutely love a fruit-based lifestyle with lots of greens and veggies. Let me know in your comments below if you like it or you don't, and as always, wishing you much peace, love, and seasonal fruit.
Top 3 tips to reduce your greens budget. Come on, get them in!
Grab your free raw recipe app, available on iPhone and Android, with over 100 free raw recipes, common fruit and vegetable calorie breakdown, frickin' raw, some food combining chart, shopping cart function, and so much more.